What's going on, guys? Today I wanted to rant about Are We There Yet with Ice Cube. So, basically, this movie's it's kind of a romantic comedy because Ice Cube kind of finds love and basically, like, I guess he's like working or whatever, and suddenly he finds the love of his life walking down the streets or something like that, and she also, when it was raining out, she really wanted jumper cables and stuff. That's kind of how they like met and stuff. But then he later on learns that she has two kids or whatever, and his friends are like impressed with him. But personally, I think this movie sucks, and I feel like it shouldn't be praiseful. I mean, supposedly Nick owns like this collectible shop in Portland of Oregon, and basically it just all starts. He sees an attractive chick walking around, and he said, "I think I'm in love." And his friend said, "She's so fine," or something like that. I just think that this was sort of an awkward way that they started a relationship, whatever. Nick ends up meeting the kids and stuff, and then uh, Susie uh, wanted Nick to like take the kids to Vancouver when she flew away and stuff, and Nick like basically everyone was giving Nick a hard time and stuff, and he ended up fucking tying them to the front of the car and stuff, and the kids, Lindsey was like sort of backing the car up and whatever. Uh, it, it was sort of like she was trying to like kind of, I guess, bully Nick in a way or whatever. And I remember, I think when I first watched this, I remember it was so depressing. Yeah, it was depressing. And I know that there was even a single scene that was deleted from this, which I guess that's a good thing, because personally, like, even though deleted scenes, like, even though it's sad because, like, it makes you miss part of the story, but at the same time, I guess it wasn't very good. I never found a single deleted scene any good, other than the fact that it provided something from the story. And personally, like, I think this movie is it's just poor. It came out in the beginning of 2005, January. And yeah, I was just checking the ratings here, and yeah, it's poor. It has 4.7 out of 10, 12% Rotten Tomatoes, 1.5 out of 5 for Rate Your Music. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it deserves praise. I mean, of course you can think what you want, but like, I think this was a poor, pitiful excuse of a movie. Got 2 out of 5 from Common Sense Media. Yeah. Ah. No. Can't do. This movie was poorly rated by one of my favorite YouTubers, too. And honestly, I didn't like the scene where these were all basically Nick's girlfriend's kids, and I think that I think when Nick starts dragging Kevin into the convenience store, and then Nick starts fucking, or sorry, Kevin starts fucking pissing in the sink, and then onto the woman and stuff. And I'm like, bro. And the woman was like, that's disgusting. And it's like, this is no comic sense of humor at all. Not at all. This movie deserved to be poorly rated. And in that deleted scene when they were like, when he was like, oh, I just bought this car. I ain't got a chance to read the manual yet. And they were like, yes, Mr. Persons. And thank God that scene was deleted. It was not comical. Later on, when they blew up the Navigator, I guess that was a little bit funny, but like, the thing is that when they blew up the Navigator that Nick had bought, and then he blamed it on them, and they cried. And then he was like, oh, it's okay, I was just a little bit upset, okay? But the thing was that, like, he upset them, I mean, like, he scared them many times. And then the fact was that Nick had contradicted himself earlier on when he said, no drinking in the car, and no eating in the car and stuff. But then the thing was that then later on, when the kid was feeling sick, Nick, he asked if he could drink something, and then Nick offered it to him. But he didn't drink it anyway, and he ended up throwing up, and Nick almost crashed. And it was just a disaster of a movie before they ended up reaching Vancouver finally. And it all started because Nick fell in love when he was at his collectible shop in Portland. Not to mention, I mean, they do show the Hilton in Portland from a distance in the movie. Which, it seems like a great hotel, don't get me wrong. Like, I've seen many pictures, but the point is that this movie sucked. And it wasn't a good romance, and it wasn't a good story until, I guess, Nick and his girlfriend's kids finally bond. And then I know that they get Nick and his girlfriend they get married between movies, this and the sequel called Are We Done Yet? They didn't, for some reason they never showed that or anything. It happened between movies, but yeah, I didn't care much for this movie. I mean, Ice Cube may be a good actor and a good rapper. Just the dialogue was bad and stuff, and like, it just wasn't my thing. Just wasn't my thing. And when I even watched it at first, like I said, it was depressing. Made me cry. You know, it was meant to be a comedy, but made me cry. Because Nick offered the kid a corkscrew, and then he realized it was still in his pocket, so he put it on Nick because he was afraid of going to jail because his sister had said so, so he put it in Nick's pocket. Then they had to, like, run out, so taking the plane wasn't an option. And then they were trying to, like, take the train, and I don't know, I guess it was delayed or something, and then they got on the train or thing. Can't remember, but they got on the train or something, and then Nick was trying to get on, and he was like, I'll get you for this, and then he was riding on the horse, trying to get on, and then he just failed. And they were constantly trying to prank Nick, and then for some, like I said, the Navigator that he had bought blew up, which was sort of funny, I guess, but I mean, it's nice that Nick eventually ends up bonding with them, but it's sad. It's a sad story. Yeah, that's why I didn't care for it, and I'm glad it was poorly rated. But, yeah. I'm sorry to, just looking up the director, Brian Levant. Yeah, I'm sorry. To Brian Levant, your movie was poor, and I didn't like it. And I'm pretty sure even in middle school, the teacher, my special ed teacher played it, and because he'd play movies every so often for like a free day or whatever, and it was on, I think it was on Netflix, but like, it just didn't do it. But that was like, I think that was when I first found out about it. It just didn't do it. I know it came out basically came out exactly 18 years ago, but this just didn't cut it for me. But yeah, that was my rant for Are We There Yet? January 2005. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, like it. Please subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you all later then.